I like your commentary. A couple technical difficulties in our inaugural stream, but Alex Dumalik, he's going to receive his flowers, give them to his father. And it's just nice to see how much Loyola cares about their family and all their community. Got about 250 fans in the house. I'm sure more will be rolling in.
And finally, please welcome your captain, number 13, Andrew Swanson.
Last up for the flowers, we have senior captain Andrew Swanson. Anonymous pick for captain this year. Dude averages 35 minutes a game. Reminds me a lot of alumni Reed Johnson and Henry Bailey. It's nice to see Swanee follow in the shadows of those guys who really built this program up.
Let's hear it one more time for our speakers.
We got a lot of leadership. We got a lot of leadership on this bench. I'd also like to give a shout out to Chief Technical Advisor Luke Broylette, running the camera and the scoreboard in the live stream. He's also a senior. He's been with us since the beginning of the broadcast season. Just goes to show the fan engagement that we have. Family, friends, members of the community, just packing the house. New additions like Tassos Kirkos making an appearance in the Loyola Phoenix, trying to build the club up, and that's what you want to see. All right, guys, we are live here. Evanston, Illinois, about 9 p.m. Just ripped through all of our seniors. What's up, boss?
Are you good?
We're good.
Did you guys rent a camera? Like an actual, not video camera? You don't know?
No, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, well, got some new additions to the lineup. We got 14, Red Bucket. Who else do we have? We have LJ wearing 22. Logan Mansfield wearing 19. Power forward, looking forward to him. Chicago trying to win a game against Northwestern for the first time in 2 years. Unfortunately, last year on senior night, Reed Johnson scored a slap shot from the middle of the ice, and we took the lead 3-2 in the third period. However, we gave up a couple goals. Some people call it the flu game. The flu game for Jack Smith. He played out of his mind, and I just love to see that. But this year we got a new roster. Everyone got older, everyone got better. We got new coaches, new fans, new parents. I mean, my number one goal for the game for Chicago is got to be crashing the net. We got to throw some action in front of the Northwestern goaltender tonight. Forechecking. Coach K, he got a new haircut and he got a new forecheck. He's going to be pressing the boys real hard. When you have more players on your team, you're going to be able to forecheck hard. Am I right, Sam?
I couldn't agree more. It's just all about being on the front foot, deciding to go ahead and protect the middle of the ice. It's about being in the game, staying up the middle, going ahead and actually pressing the puck right off the bat. Second they bring it in, you got to be ready to go.
No doubt. No doubt. We control the middle of the ice, neutral zone regroups. We've been working on that a lot. So it's exciting to see what's going to happen. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree. I couldn't agree more, Aaron. Another big thing we got to do is work on our line changes, make sure everybody's ready to go, everybody's staying quick, everybody's getting off, staying on, knowing what their role is.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Like I said last time, we lost 7-2. Jack Smith saved every single shot outside of the house. So that means like outside of the dots and above the top of the circle, he saved every single shot. It was the rebounds where the boys really struggled to clear it out. You let a guy like Will Pashby walk to the middle of the ice, he's gonna put the biscuit in the basket. We got another kid, I think 91. I forgot his name, but he went between the legs, bar down. It was a sick goal. I was in the crowd. And we couldn't believe it. Just between the legs, bar down. Looked like Henrik Sedin out there.
So
that's got to be our defensive goal of the game. Just don't let Northwestern walk in front and get in those prime scoring chances.
So Aaron, what do you think our keys to the game and the O-zone are going to be tonight? Getting through, getting shots on. What do you got for me?
I got to say sustained pressure. We get some sustained pressure, get the greasy goals. I would say we win this game probably 4-2. That'd be my bet. What about you? What do you think?
I'm thinking right along the same lines. I'm thinking it's going to be at least a 1 or 2 goal game. I can't give you anything concrete, but I like the way we're lining up. We're looking like a pretty big team this year. Everybody's looking like they're ready to go tonight, eh? Everybody looks like they're ready to go.
Yeah, we'll see if Coach K, you know he likes to mix up the lines. I'd like to see a goal out of Southern. I'd really like to see Zach Southern, new player, commits so much to this team as a freshman. I'd like to see him drive the net, power forward. I'd like to see him drive the net and just bury one far side. Drive the net and just get a greasy one.
As always, for me, one of my favorites is number 33, Noah Nagel. I just love to see him get in front of the net, score something.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, that's one thing about Loyola is we're all buddies. Everyone hangs out together, so we know the ins and outs, the nuances of the team. I'd also like to give another shout out to number 14 on Loyola Chicago, making his collegiate debut. I believe his name is pronounced Today. Another graduate student, and we're just happy that Tassos and President Jack Lewis can build the club. Those two guys, Jack Lewis and Tassos, they've done so much for the club off the ice that nobody even notices. And that's really what it's all about. They had a lot of meetings. We got featured in the Loyola Phoenix. Tassos has brought in a couple players who play junior hockey, a little semi-pro action. So we'll see what Today can do on ice. I hope I'm saying that right. You'll know when he's on the ice. Looks like a shutdown defenseman wearing the red helmet. And I'd also like to give out another mention to our first sponsor, Steak and Shake in Evanston. Put a little money toward the Loyola jerseys. They're doing some good work in the community. So go get a free. You guys can go over to Steak and Shake on what's the address of that one? Oakton and McCormick. Username Loyola Hockey, and you might get a discount. All right, as the warm-up's winding down, we're gonna get into the anthem. So right before that, grab some milk, grab an energy drink, grab some popcorn, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to hear the anthem, so stand up, remove your hats if you're able. In addition to that, we're going to be doing a new zoom angle for the first breakaways of the game. I predict first breakaway goal, Ryan Kernicki, low blocker. So leave a like and a comment and subscribe to our channel if you guys want to see more zoom angles, more specialized stuff. Yeah, zoom angle looks good, bro. Tonight we got Jack Smith. Started every game in Loyola history in his era, except for Chris Lear and Henry Bailey started a few games, I believe. Reed Johnson. We got alumni Reed Johnson coming in. How many games did Henry Bailey start for Chicago?
He started a couple. We didn't have Chris Lear a couple games due to school. He stepped in.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, Tom. That's good advice. We're getting into the Loyola, the Northwestern players. They got some physical players on the front end, so we'll see what happens. Should be a good physical game.
1, 2, 3. No. I need that close up.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and review the content playing of our national anthem.
What a great addition of the anthem. Looks like Coach K is playing an all-senior lineup to start the game. I love that. Really representing the community there. I also want to give a shout out to the women's hockey team. They showed up. They were cheering for the boys. Jack Smith in net. We got Wazzy, Swanee. We got Alex Dummeling, Noah Nagel, and Sam Fabel. Sam Fabel, what a great player. Plays the full 200-foot game. His favorite player is Sidney Crosby. And he plays some good defense like that kid. So they call him Sid the Kid. Sid the 38-year-old kid. Puck drop coming up in a second. I'm very excited. Foulball going to try to win on the backhand. Both teams starting out their top five. Foulball's going to lose the face-off. Nagel pumps it back. Northwestern tries to play D2D. Wazzy's going to intercept it, plays the body hard. Northwestern throws it up the middle. Muffin pass as Swanee's going to pick it up over to Dummy. Dummy tries to make a play as Swanee's going to pick it up. Swanee in the corner. Wazzy, a little stop-and-go action there. He's going to look for his options. Throws it up to Swanee, playing aggressive. Senior night for the captain as he wants to get on the scoreboard. Puck's down behind Northwestern's net as they make an easy out breakout pass, a little up the middle. High stick by Wazzy, but it's waved off due to Northwestern picking it up. They dump the puck in. Dummy picks it up, looking for options. Head on a swivel. Weak side, over back to Swanee. Up the boards with Falvo. Loyola kind of making a sloppy change there. Got caught with 4 people on the ice. Got a chip and chase as we see Ryan Kernicki, the sophomore, pick up the puck. As it goes behind the net. Northwestern player blows a tire, but he's got good support there. They're wearing purple tonight. I like the purple on white combo. Due to the action over there to Gino. Nice to see him back on the ice after taking a hiatus last weekend. Solid stick check there. See a little chip out of the zone. Puck's rolling as Chicago might want some fresh legs. I see Jack Lewis on the ice along with Mansfield and Kernicki. Kernicki dumps it back in. Kernicki tries to throw a shot on net. It's going to get blocked. Jack Lewis unable to pick up the puck as we see a 2-on-1. Some solid back pressure there by Chicago as they're able to pick it up over to Mansfield. Dumps it over to Kernicki. Kernicki's just going to take a nice soft dump there, throw it back in. Northwestern trying to get something going here as both teams are playing a little tennis match here. As the puck goes into the glass. Not a shot on goal yet for either team, right?
I like what I'm seeing from Loyola. It's a good build-up. Just got to get it down into the zone and start to set up an offensive zone and start to get shots on.
Yeah, they love poking the mic, though. Yeah. Face-off lost by Chicago. they chip it in. Sean Carey on the ice, one of my favorite players. Always plays for the team, puts the team above himself. Swanee's going to pass it over to Nagel, 2-on-1. Peter White and Saturn. We'll see if we can get something going here. Peter White shot block. Saturn's going to try to pick up that rebound off the shot block. Looking for his options, throws it on goal. Northwestern playing it up their right side. Good back pressure by Peter White as he's trying to force a turnover, get it to his buddy Saturn. The two newcomers working together real well. Tassos has mixed up the lines after 4 losses to start off the year. I like to see him mixing up the lines, trying to get something going for the boys. Quality shot on net with Jack Smith making a tip save. Northwestern recovers the puck. They're going to try to walk to the middle. 5 on a dime for Chicago there. Unable to get it out. Peter White's going to make another shot block there. Good stick pressure by there as he tries to throw it up to Saturn. Chicago trying to get some fresh legs on the ice. They're gonna. As Wazzy with a solid contact there. Able to get some fresh legs on. Sam Falbo, back checker of the year. He won a back checker of the year for Chicago. I can't imagine why he wouldn't have. Good play there by Alex as he's trying to make something happen. His buddy Gino, those two have been playing together all season. Gino, he's slick. He's going to try to make something move. Little nutmeg there. He gets rubbed off on the boards, but not before taking someone else down with him. As the ref's calling offsides. With Chicago unable to keep the puck in the zone. Four minutes into this first period, we're having more fans roll in. We see superstar Pete, only Loyola Chicago player to compete and finish in the Chicago Marathon this year, along with Boston Bruins legend and Hall of Famer Zdeno Chara. Those two must have been running together. Chicago's going to ice the puck, unable to get a change. But we got some solid centermen and defensemen on the ice, so I'm not too worried. Defensive zone face-off for Falbo. Trying to win on the forehand. He's going to lose it. Wazzy, little pressure there. Keeping it to the outside. Main goal of the game for Chicago here is to keep Northwestern out of the middle of the ice. That's where they scored all 7 goals last time. Sam Falbo with a little chip and chase. He's going to try to wheel. 2-on-1 for Falbo. Over to Wazzy. Back to Falbo. He scores! Sam Falbo on senior night. Bang! What a beautiful giving goal there. Falbo to Wazzy. Right back to Falbo. I can see his parents up in the rafters. They're clapping. They're happy their kid scored a goal. That's one thing I love about Falbo. 200-foot game. 200-foot game. He goes right to the back door and he collects the change.
Yeah, Sam Falbo using his big frame and his speed to get past the Northwestern defenders. And a nice pass to Wazaloo, passes it right back to Falbo and buries it. And Loyola's up 1-0.
Beautiful give and goal. I love that combo last year and I'm liking it even more this year. Face-off win by Kernicki. Chicago taking the first goal of the game. Love to see us getting an early lead. Northwestern trying to get something going. A little east to west passing. Offsides. Offsides 5 minutes in. Only a few shots on goal with Chicago up 1-0. For those of you just tuning in, we got a 1-0 game. Loyola Chicago winning on senior night here in Robert Crown, Illinois. Both home rinks for Northwestern and LUC. Max Alamon gets his first shift on the ice, and of course he makes a good stick check. No surprise there. Cranker's going to throw it up to Mansfield, trying to get the puck in deep. Back over to Mailman as Jack Lewis is just going to bump it forward. Northwestern's going to be behind their net, trying to set up a breakout. A little pressure by Mansfield. I'm loving that forechecker by the rookie. Fortunately, he loses the puck, and we're going to see a one-on-one here with Mailman back. Yup, the post. Great stick check there by Mailman. Even without his stick, he's still able to make the play. The post office is closed, ladies and gentlemen. The post office is closed. That's a shutdown defenseman if I've ever seen one. Chicago's able to get 4 fresh legs on the ice with Southern and Peter White. Those two working together for the first time this game. Puck's behind Chicago's net, over to Southern. He's going to collect the puck. Back over to the defender, over to Swanee. Swanee's going to take a look, trying to pass it up to Nagel for a breakout. Northwestern with some solid forechecking there. But Chicago's going to chip it out of the zone. We'll see what happens next. Neutral zone play. Swanee over to Peter White. Trying to keep a hang on it. No puck support there from either team. Sean Carey, head on a swivel, going to go over to Swanee. Swanee, a little saucer pass up to Nagel, unable to hold on to it. Southern with a good stick as Nagel's going to make a smart play, dump it in. Swanee, nice keep there by him on the point. Got Zach Southern, the big freshman, 6'4", 220, all muscle, trying to make something happen, go through 3 players. He's unable to. He probably would have gotten through 2 players, but the third one kind of had some trouble for him. Good shot block there. Boys had the third forward high. They were able to really snuff out that rush by Northwestern. Shot goes to the point, picked up by Nagel. We might see an on-man rush here. Zach Southern's going to rush the net. Drop pass over to Swanee. Tries to make a move. Puck squirts out to Southern. Back to Nagel, over to Sean Carey. Shot block. Foul ball on the puck, but he's unable to get it. Noah Nagel making a smart play. He's going to throw it over back to Carey. Carey bumps it up the wing. Jack Smith out to play the puck. Over to Nagel. Rings it around to the weak side. His way out Wazzy. Trying to make a play. He's going to be strong on the stick there. Chip it out of the zone. A shot on net. All right, we see Gino and Alex Dino like back on the ice. Solid deep pairing as they're turning the puck over. As Northwestern's offsides, they're just going to dump it in. Dummy picks up the puck. Reverse, smart play there. I like how those guys have been developing with each other. Not just throwing grenades up the middle of the ice. Going for the weak side play, passing it to the D. As both teams have come out with some intensity, we're not seeing too many on-man rushes. At least against Loyola so far, and I'm really liking that. Gino's going to pick up the puck, banks it off the boards, over to Mansfield. Mansfield loses it. This puck goes to the slot to Pashby. Pashby's going to shoot, he scores! Will Pashby, he's really put a number on Chicago the past couple years. And he floats one in from the top of the key there. Tying up this game 1-1 halfway through the frame. Chicago, unfortunately, was not able to clear the puck, resulting in a goal against.
Yeah, just some poor defensive zone play by Loyola. Northwestern's working the puck around, they get it up top, and they fire it through the screen off the post, and not much you can do for Jack Smith. So,
do you think Jack Smith saw that one?
I don't think so. I think it was just.
So either.
I think it was
traffic in front.
I think it was a good screen. It was a nice shot as well. So hopefully Loyola gets back on track and takes control of this game again.
I couldn't agree more. I'd like to see Chicago's had a lot of adversity. With a 2-on-1 here, Gino's going to be back. Nice stick check there. That's quality. That's quality stick check. Northwestern throws it for the point, a little friendly fire. Jack Smith with another save. Smitty hasn't been tested too much, at least on the ones he can see. Northwestern's been working it around, just trying to get some greasy goals. They don't shoot too much from the outside like other teams that we've seen. I mean, Jack Smith's used to facing 50 to 70 shots per game. Face-off goes to Peter White. See if he can try to win it. He does not. floater on net. Southern's going to pick up the rebound, see if he can take some ice here. Tries to make a move. Nagel with good puck support is we're going to see an offense zone faceoff for Chicago. How you doing? Fine, bro. How you doing? Good, bro. Ozone faceoff. Peter White trying to split the deep. Oh, back door. Oh, Nagel was trying to get that. I'd love to see a lot of our seniors score tonight. Northwestern throws it on net. Mailman picks it up off Southern's chest. Good physical contact over to Mailman. See what he's going to do. Throw it behind the net. Safe play. Little reverse there. Southern trying to take ice. He's going to lose the puck. Mailman with a good stick there. And another nice block by Peter White. He took that one square. They never hurt when you take them square. Just ask Henry Bailey. As the puck goes out of play. If you guys remember last senior night, we played Northwestern as well. In the same arena, Reed Johnson scored a one-timer for his last undergraduate goal. It was a bomb, right, loose puck. Looked like Kevin Bieksa or Shea Weber just throwing bombs on net. He poked that one in real nice. The boys were hyped out of that. Fortunately, we didn't win that game. But it was just a good memory for the boys when your president is able to score a goal in his last game for Chicago. It was one of my personal favorite moments since attending this university back in 2023. Sam Falvo on the draw. We'll see what he can do here. He's going to lose that one clean. Rare for Falvo. Sean Carey trying to play the puck. We'll see he's going to play the body. Yep. Sean Carey, he's good at rubbing him off there. We got Pete. Yep. Sean's got that physical play over to Swanee. He's going to throw it up the middle. Not a good pass. Fortunately, Wazzy takes a backhand chip out. He looks like he's shoveling hay out there. Chicago started off this period real strong, and they've been backing off. They've been backing off later in this period. Jack Smith with a good save as Chicago throws it away, out of harm's way, away from Jack Smith. No shift change there. So Northwestern dumps it in. Swanee's going to pick up the puck. He's got his eyes up. Over to Wazzy. What's he going to do? Passes it up the middle to Superstar Pete. Dumps it in. Gets a change. We might see an icing call here. Fortunate call for Chicago, as that was definitely tipped by a Northwestern player. I'd like to see Tassos put out his top guys, try to get some action here, as he's been shuffling off the lines this game after a disappointing weekend last weekend. We got Cranker on the draw. He pushes it forward. Little action behind the net. Jack Lewis unable to get the puck. Over to Dummy. He throws it on net. Shin pad breakaway. Oh, pardon me. 2-on-1. We'll see. Oh, Gino. Good cover by Gino as he's able to force Northwestern to make a bad play. Jack Lewis with the puck. Throws it up to Cranker. Cranker's going to try to wheel. Oh, pardon me. That's Mansfield. Oh, Mansfield, one of our new additions to the team. Gino went on the forecheck. He scoops up the puck. Over to Mansfield. Back down below the net. We got four forwards out there. Gino looks like a forward. Cranker's going to throw it to Gino. Gino flip shot on net. As we see the captain, Northwestern netminder, make a save there. Only his third shot on net.
Yeah, something I definitely want to see Loyola get more of is guys in front of the net. My team, Roosevelt University, this year, our problem, we didn't score a lot of goals. We weren't getting guys to the front of the net. So definitely want to see Loyola get some more guys in front of the net, create some traffic, get some garbage goals, and hopefully bury a few here before the first period's over.
I'd like to see some garbage. I agree with that. Back to Gino. If we're going to be throwing it on net, I'd like to see some garbage. Dummy throws one on net, soaked up. No rebound there. Yeah, shameless plug there for Roosevelt University, located in the heart of Chicago, real close to the train. The good medical school. Reed Johnson, or should I call him Dr. Johnson, is with me in the booth right now, making his broadcasting debut. Love to see him up there. Just nice when you guys have. It's just nice when your team has such a good community that you have alumni coming back for the games. You got injured players coming up here. Ezra Gonzalez, he's not had the best season. A lot of undisclosed injuries. Myself as well, Aaron Goldstein. But we're all happy family, and it's nice to support the club, the guys on the ice. Like Peter White, who's on the face-off there. Gino trying to keep the puck in. Gonna steal it. Freshman stud. Wheels behind the net. He's gonna get rubbed off there. Northwestern picks up the puck. Reverse. Southern gets a tip on that. Chicago, not too much secondary forward pressure. Only really rushing one guy. Someone playing a neutral zone trap so far. Peter White's going to chip it out. Chicago's going to change a couple defensemen here. As our current president, Alex Dienlich, is going to pick up the puck, throw it to his partner, over to Nagel. Little couple bank passes. Puck being volleyed around right now. Fortunately intercepted by Northwestern. Back to Southern. Back to Northwestern with Nagel coming in from the weak side, poking it off the puck. Boys got to start moving their feet if they want to take advantage of this game. Only 4 shots on net to Northwestern's 9. Zach Southern lays a nice hit. Love to see the big man throwing the body around. A little D-to-D action for Chicago as they throw it up the middle. Trying to hit Falbo. He's got the first goal for us. I'd like to see him get another one. Good back check by Falbo there. Trying to get something loose. Ozzy's going to bank it off the boards. I think he was looking for Peter Falbo there. Chicago is not. Ooh, lucky call there as there's no icing. Wazzy keeps it in the zone. Only for a brief minute with Swanee trying to make a body check there. Sean Carey. He's going to take a hard hit. He took a hard hit to make a play, but once he goes down, he's right back up, ladies and gentlemen. Pete's going to get the puck in a one-on-one. Moving to his forehand. Over to Falbo. Oh! He can't keep a handle on it. Falbo picks up the loose puck, cycles it down, back to Swanee. Swanee works to the middle. Backhand. Over to Pete. Oh, Pete Armadas looking for his first goal this season. That would have been beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking over at all of Pete's family and friends, and they were on the edge of their seats there watching their favorite player crash to the net, as was I. I mean, Pete's a likable guy. Nobody will ever say a bad word about that man. Sam Falbo on the draw, trying to win it on his forehand. He's a lot better at backhand draws. Unfortunately, he loses it. The boys going into a 1-2-2 forecheck. Falbo alone on that one. A little bit of puck support with Northwestern wheeling up the right side. Carey's going to try to play the body. Jack Smith with a nice way to seal off that post. Good puck support by the wingers there. Wazzy chips it up. D for Northwestern. They go up the middle, tipped in. Sean Carey, the lone man back, banks it off the glass, out of the zone. A little tennis going on here. As both teams throw it to each other. Swanee with a nice move. Backhand pass up to Wazzy. Wazzy's going to throw it up to Crank. Crank can't keep it on. Jack Lewis can't support him. Northwestern's going to throw it low. Jack Smith saw that one easily. Swanee with a good hit, able to separate the puck from the man. With some good support by Crank. Nobody up the middle there. Got to have your weak side winger control the middle of the ice, so you're not going to get the puck out of the zone. Sean Carey steals the puck over to Lewis. He's going to pass it up with Chicago getting some fresh legs on the ice. Crank and Lewis still staying on there. Northwestern throws it over to Mansfield. Mansfield's going to go back to his defenseman, a little D-to-D action. I'm pretty sure Tassos told the boys to go D-to-D more, open up the ice. Remember how NIU really destroyed us with the D-to-D weak side pass. So it's good to see us learning from our mistakes early in this first period. Gino with a good pinch there. A little bit of a blind spot for us with Crank dumping it back in. Puck gets ringed around with Mansfield taking a hit to make a play there. Lewis is going to trip it. The first guy is going to cross it, stay on the puck, over to Crank. Crank bumps it to the corner. A little action there in front of him. I like to see Lewis getting physical. He's a power forward. Cranker's going to lose it at the point. We'll see a 3-on-2 here. Fortunately, we got Gino and Dumb back on the back pressure. Chicago, they really collapsed there nicely. All 5 players got back, and look where the puck is. It's not in the back of our net. I love to see it. Now we got a 2-on-3 here. Good stick there. Good stick there by Teddy. He's gonna pick it up. 1-4. Little weak side pass over to Crank. Crank chips it over. Banks it back. Northwest is gonna bank it back into our defenseman. Going over to Peter White, it goes all the way around. As Pete's gonna just flip it up to center ice, and then back in behind Jack Smith. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Dummy picks up the puck. He's gonna use his muscles, try to get some support. Peter White there gets nice inside the hands, trying to get it over to Saturn. He can't. Flip shot on net, it's not able to hit it. Jack Smith got lucky on that one. He didn't have to do anything. The boys trying to get it out. Peter White backhand ship over to Saturn. No luck there. So we'll see Chicago try to get a play, and we're going to see a 1-on-3. Peter White makes a move. Backhand. Oh, what a great save by the Northwestern goalie. As Peter White had him dead to rights, but he lays out the blocker. He laid out the blocker, and but that's what I like to see out of Chicago. They're making moves. They're giving the fans a show. They're giving the fans a show tonight. A little bit of action there in the corner. This puck squirts out to the point. Oh, trying to find Zach Sadden at the end of his shift. He's going to get off. We'll see Wazzy come on. Minute 14 left in the period. If you guys want to leave a comment on any players you want to see mic'd up, maybe Ryan Kernicki, Peter White. I've heard a lot of Ryan Kernicki mic'd up. People come up to me on the street and say, "Yo, can we get Ryan Kernicki mic'd up?" I say, "Yeah, we're trying to do that." Chicago loses the face-off, but they were in the shooting lanes. Mailman trying to chip it out. Sathin's gonna get it. We'll see what he can do. Trying to make a power move. Tries a toe drag. No luck there.
17 gets space.
It's Northwestern's wheeling into the zone. No options. Nice move there by the rookie. Tipped. Oh no. Great save there by Smitty. Smitty. Strong pads. I would say Smitty's got some great pads. Smitty's just got great legs and he uses them real well. Swanee grinding in the corner. 1 against 2. Swanee's good 1 against 2. He chips it out to center ice. Fable trying to get something going in the last 30 seconds of this period. Little broken stick there. I was watching the play. I'm not sure whose it was. Oh, it was Swanee. Another broken stick by Swanee. We'll see next game. If you guys want to see Swanee play next game with a wood stick, feel free to like and comment this video, and he'll probably do it. He's a man of the people like that. As the period expires, we have a 1-1 hockey game. Shots are about 12-2 in favor of Northwestern University. Reed, if you were Tassos right now, what would you say to your hockey club going into this locker room?
I'd definitely say to keep your composure. I mean, it's going to get very dirty very quick, I believe. It has been the last 2 years that Loyola has played Northwestern. And also just to say, be more confident in the defensive zone. There's a lot of guys getting left out in front for rebounds, and you definitely want to clean that up. You don't want it to get ugly very quick. So I definitely say clean it up in the defensive zone. And last thing, get more shots on net. You can't win a hockey game with only getting 6 shots a period. So
yeah, test this goaltender. We've only thrown 6 on net. One was a backdoor tap-in. Beautiful hustle by Sam Falbo. Able to get in that soft space and score.
absolutely. If they clean that up, this will be a good game for Loyola.
Yeah, and that play, that goal, just to go back to that goal, it all started with a solid breakout. It was a little chip and chase, and we were off to the races, and we were able to convert. When you have your two best players on a 2-on-1, they're going to score.
Yeah, absolutely. You got some strong guys like Sam Falbo and Mikey Wazaluk, and definitely drive the net with their strength and their speed. So definitely try to get them more involved if I'm Coach Kirkos, and good things are going to come if they just play like a good team.
All right, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with you guys at the start of the second period.
she was like, we're in a relationship. I'm like, this feels more like a situation. Because I guess like she felt like she was in a good relationship with me.
And we're back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had a nice break. Got some more milk, some more popcorn, some more chips, cookies. And I'd like to introduce our second sponsor, Diet Coke. If you guys like Diet Coke, contact LUC team representative Samantha Kate Bardelli. She's doing a project giving Diet Coke to kids without proper financial means of Diet Coke. And
I'm helping out as much as I can.
I'd like to see I'd like to see Chicago really press Northwestern in the second period. They only had 6 shots. Color commentator Reed Johnson, obviously a legend of the game, built this club from nothing. That was his advice, so that's my advice too. Sometimes the experts are the best players. On the stream, bro. As the boys break it down, we're gonna see Falbo, Wazi, Dummy, Skinny Pete, and Swanson? Oh no, pardon me, not Swanson. We're gonna see Gino coming on the ice. Up in the booth, myself, Aaron Goldstein, Luke Broilette, the Broiler, Reed Johnson, the Enforcer, and Ezra Gonzalez, working the technology. Face-off win by Falbo as he's gonna win it forward. That dog's hunting right now. He's got the first goal for Chicago. Soft call there by the officials. They're probably going to call a hooking penalty or something.
Yeah, they're gonna get Falbo for hooking here. He got his stick up in the gloves of the Northwestern defenseman. The refs are gonna call that every time, even though, you know, he may not agree with all the time. They're gonna call it. So
it was an obvious penalty, but it was still soft.
So we're definitely gonna see our first chance of Loyola's penalty kill, tonight, and see if they can keep Northwestern at 1 goal for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'd like to see Northwestern just not get in the middle of the ice with the puck. If Chicago can keep them out of the slot, we should be good and kill this off. Also, Ryan Kernicki, maybe a power play penalty. Ryan Kernicki, low blocker goal. I was talking to some fans. They really want to see that on the shorthanded side. And it's unfortunate to have your best penalty killer in the box right now. Sam Falbo. He's been an alternate captain since the program was started.
I think we stole 2 jacks. Yeah, we stole 2 jacks in this. Listen, Smitty.
Only 7 seconds into this second period. Chicago, unfortunately, they take a penalty, but I like the aggression by Falbo. You know, he wants to get a goal. So we lose the draw. Good block there. Swanee's going to try to bump it out. Wazi pucks the court behind the net on this smooth ice. Swanee, he's strong on the stick. Throwing it all the way down. Northwestern netminder going to drop it over to Pashby, their top player. Little drop pass. Peter White and Cranker on the chase. Trying to just control the soft zones. We'll see what Northwestern is going to go for. Hell no, I guess we won't. Cranker's going to bank it out of the zone. Trying to kill some time, communicating to his teammates what they want to do. Don't want to get too aggressive.
I think he's either 53 or 9. I can't remember.
Little move to the middle by Northwestern as they're trying to set up a power play. A lot of teams, they go with the 1-3-1. I'm not really a fan of that. I like the overload better. Well, we see Crank and Peter White. They're stuffing it like a Thanksgiving turkey, not allowing any passes through the middle. See if they can keep that up. They've been on the ice for 1 minute and 5 seconds now. Peter White plays the body. Waz is going to chip it up. Swanee on the chase. Loyola is going to get 1 new player on the ice. Noah Nagel, senior. Hardest hitting player, pound for pound. Oh no. Northwestern was angled all the way outside the dots. They throw a flip shot on net, and it squeaks through Jack Smith. It's rare you see Smitty give up one like that.
Jack Smith, a great goaltender, just slipped right through him. Definitely got to make sure that the PK is moving their feet a little bit more. That was a little bit lackadaisical, but I don't think it'll bite them. They're playing really well at 5-on-5, so let's see if Loyola can bounce back on the 5-on-5 here.
Bounce back, yeah, I like that bounce back. Chicago, Smitty, as we all know, Smitty had the career ACHA single season save, most saves in a single season for an ACHA netminder last season, and he's on pace for this season, so it's rare you see him give up one outside the dots. Normally he gives up like a third or fourth rebound, but that one, you know he's got a chip on his shoulder now as he makes another good save in the same spot.
I was in the nation, you know.
Chicago still looking for their first shot of the period. His dummy tried to chip it out of the zone. Falwell back on the ice. Puck goes to Gino. Gino's head up. Over to Pete. He's going to bump it. Oh. Dummy, last man back. Over to Pete. He's going to bank it over to Wazzy. I like this line combo. We had it last year. Wazzy gets rubbed out on the boards. Unable to make something happen.
Come on, Doug. You gotta beat him there.
Puck behind the net. I'd like to see a little more intensity in the corners for Chicago. Gino with a nice block. He licks a shot down the ice. Falwell, good puck support by the centerman. He's going to wheel up. He's going to wheel up our right side. Going to the corner. Falwell's getting pressed up against the boards, right from behind, right in the numbers. A little battling down there. See who comes out with it. Falwell unable to pick up the puck, but he still gets a stick on it. Northwestern's got a 2-on-4 here. See what they can do. Swanee with a nice hit. As they create a little trouble for Jack Smith as he's able to smother that one. Now Chicago with a bit of a weak start to this second period. No shots on net. One penalty, one goal given up. As I'd like to give a special shout out to Andrew Belmonte Russo, our head equipment manager. There's so much this guy does off the ice that does not get noticed. I just like to give a shout out to him and all of our supporting staff. Face-off lost by Chicago as the puck's thrown on net. Sean Carey blocking a shot. Swanee throws it to the middle. As he's able to chip it out. Zach Southern on the chase. A little soft 1-2-2 for the boys. See if we can make something out of nothing here.
I mean, at least he's helping out.
Swanee with a hit. He's going to go to D over to Sean Carey. Banks it up to Zach Southern. No icing on that call. Southern on the hunt. He's able to force a turnover there. Swanee chips it in deep. Peter White's going to chase him down. I like this. I like this play, Reed. I like this play. Little forcing turnovers. Peter White. Little action there. Oh, soft call there. As we see, 17 on 17. 17 on Northwestern bumps into Zach Southern. Just takes a tumble.
Yeah, they're going to get Southern on in front of the net in the cross check. It's going to be 2 again for Loyola on the penalty kill. Let's hope that they turn it around from the first one and keep getting that puck out of the net, hopefully get back to 5-on-5.
Yeah, I can't believe they called that a penalty, to be honest. That was soft as butter. That was soft as warm butter, that call. Zach Southern, one of the biggest players in this league. 6'4", 220, all muscle. You skate into that kid, you're gonna get dumped. So
It was just
it's unfortunate. If he had the puck, that would have been a great hit.
We had actual fights this year, like dropping blows.
Peter White on the chase, Kaminsky as well. Coach K putting out his top killers again.
Those nails. Hold on.
Northwestern's gonna set it
I
up.
don't think I posted it.
I always thought that.
Trying to go one on the point, maybe 2. Trying to go for tip on net. Good save by Smitty there. Good couple saves by Smitty. As Crank's going to throw it down. On Chicago unable to get a change. Northwestern motors up the ice, but Ryan Kernicki with a good stick check. Peter White's going to get it back. Kernicki with a nice backhand over to Peter White. See what he can do. Little odd man rush possibly. Over to Craker. Shoots. Oh, I would have loved that. I called that at the beginning of the period. Ryan Kernicki shorthanded goal. the boys looking for some opportunities. Tasso says has to put his top players together. They're going to score, man. They're going to score. You can tell that Ryan Kranicki is not happy that he didn't bear that. It's his favorite spot. He likes to shoot low. He likes to shoot for a rebound. And he plays with the chip on his shoulder. He's not happy when he doesn't score. Mansfield on the ice, clean win. Shot's going to miss the net and come out back to Chicago with a minute remaining in this penalty. Mansfield's going to ship it back over to Dummy. Dummy, eyes up. He is the best cage hang in the entire league. Senior president. Throws a grenade up the middle. Fortunately covered by Mansfield. Mansfield's solid defensive forward. Another good stick check there. 3-on-3. Northwestern throws it weak side. Trying to set it up a little D to D, and we can see a Mansfield opportunity here. That's good. That's good. That's good play there. That's good play. Yeah. Get mad, 21. Get mad. Mansfield's tough. Mansfield's tough. But he's not going to take a penalty because he's smart. He goes to Loyola. He's pretty smart. Great hit there by Nagel on the side. We see Nagel could possibly take a penalty there. Yup, he's going to take one.
Punch him in the face.
Hopefully the ref will just call both of them for roughing, but I'm not too sure. There's a couple coincidental minors there probably. I don't know. What do you think, Reed? Probably all Nagel, right?
No, it looks like they're just going to get Northwestern for this one. It must have been a rough in front of the net. I didn't personally see it.
Kind of a makeup call there.
So,
see, in hockey, you can't punch a guy in the head.
No, absolutely
normally
not.
That's a penalty.
Absolutely not. So we'll get to see Loyola's power play here for the first time in the game, and I don't know how good they are. I haven't seen too many games this year, so we'll have to see if they can capitalize on this first chance tonight.
Yeah. Well, Reed, I'll tell you one thing: we're not taking as many one-timers. We're not taking as many one-timers on like you. Reed Johnson, famous for the one-timer, and we clean up the trash.
They were very effective last year.
They were. Face-off win by Falbo as Wazzy and Cranker are going to pick it up.
That was one of my favorite things.
Good pressure there. Wazzy and Cranker trying to rub out the Northwestern player there. Falbo's just going to watch. Wins it back to Swanee. He's got his head on a swivel like McCarr. Oh, over to Crank, back to Swanee. Swanee's going to take ice. Shoots it low for a rebound. Reed, you hear that? He shoots it low. You ever heard of shooting it low?
I have.
Puck controlled by Chicago as they're going to try to set it up.
It was a great look by Swanson, too. I wish he would have picked the corner a bit, but nonetheless, it was a great chance.
Chicago trying to set up a 1-3-1. They like passing between Wazzy and Crank. Crank plays it smart. He throws it deep. Peter White on the forecheck. He's going to get the puck. Little scuffle in the corner. Chicago's got 3 players. They're going to chip it out over to Swanee. Back to Crank. Over to Swanee. Swanee looks for the open guy. Cranker wide open. Unable to catch the pass, but we'll see what he's going to do. Shoots it low. Back to Crank. Over to Swanee. The boys on it. On Northwestern are not happy. Little action as they hit Peter White straight in the head. Straight in the head. Call there. We'll still see a 6-on-4 for a half second. As Reed predicted, this game's going to get chippy. I feel like I just said this like 15 seconds ago. You can't punch a dude in the head. And every team in this league has their eye out for Peter White because they know he's the best player in the league. He's just got such good hands.
Yeah, definitely a questionable decision there by the Northwestern player, number 7. Putting his team down 5-on-3, and now Loyola gets a prime opportunity to capitalize, and they definitely need a big one here to get the momentum back from Northwestern.
LA Woman, a good song for a 5-on-3. Chicago's got to capitalize. They got their 5 best on the ice. Sam Falbo, clean win, over back to Swanee. Swanee over to Peter White. He's back on the ice. Swanee's going to shoot it low. Tipped on net. Good save there by the Northwestern goalie. Swanee looking for option. Over to Crank. Crank head on a swivel. Who's he got options? Over to Swanee. Back to Peter White. Oh, Wazzy. Wazzy couldn't finish that one, man. That would have been beautiful. Chicago really working it around. This is still a 5-on-4 power play for another minute, 32 seconds. Ryan Kernicki able to make a safe play over to Swanee. Chicago. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good.
Oh, they're gonna get him for too many men on the ice.
Too many men on the ice. Unfortunately, it hits the skate of Alex Dienlich, and he's gonna go to the box for 2 minutes, negating the power play.
Yeah, and going back to that power play, a great chance for Loyola to bury one, but Northwestern's goalie, their captain, he's holding it down right now. So, unfortunate penalty taken by Dumilick and Loyola's bench as they go down to a 4-on-4. So we'll have even hockey for a minute and 18, and Northwestern will go back on the power play for about 40 seconds. So definitely want to see how Kirkos and the Ramblers approach this play. Mansfield on the draw, loses it to Northwestern. Shot goes wide in the corner.
Puck's picked up by Northwestern as they throw it off the blocker of Jack Smith. You can tell Smitty is not happy after the last goal he gave up, and if I was Jack Smith, I would be upset, as Chicago has not had too many shots. Even with all the amount of power plays they have not had the shots they wanted. Where's the guys who throw it on net from the blue line or throw it on net from the weak side and crash the net? That's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see. Puck's behind the net. Chino's going to throw it over to his defensive partner. Head up. Nagel's trying to get you pass. Puck's just getting bounced around. We can see Mansfield pick it up. Head on a swivel. A little touch pass to Gino. It's up. Nagel's going to get the puck. Come on, Nagel. Move your feet, buddy. Throw it up the middle. Throw it up the middle. Get it back. I'm not too mad. I'm not upset with the little pitch and catch here. Trying to kill the form so we can get Peter White back on the ice. 2 assists. As Northwestern throws it icing. So we'll see an ozone drop to Chicago. So Northwestern's got to keep the same 4 players on the ice. As Loyola's going to get some new guys on.
That's my thing. It's like,
Peter White on the face-off. They got their penalty kill 1 out there. Face-off loss. Chicago trying to make something happen. Peter White's going to pick up the puck. Goes over to Waddy. He's going to take a little ice. Shoots right into the breadbasket. For another offensive zone face-off for Chicago. They're at least peppering him. They're at least throwing the puck on net.
Yeah, absolutely. On a 4-on-4, though, you definitely want to see some guys get to the front of the net. I mean, you're not necessarily on the penalty kill, so you don't have to play super defensively. But if you're in the offensive zone, if you're Loyola right now, you have 14 seconds to try to tally one before you go down a man for about 40 seconds.
Face off on the left side. Ryan Kernicki on the draw. He's going to bump it back. Chicago unable to get it. Wazzy throws it over to Peter White. He's going to slap it down. Unfortunately, gets blocked. Puck squirts out to the weak side. Ryan Kernicki, number 10, is going to try to wheel and deal. Northwestern on the power play with 35 seconds. They take an offside call. These refs got to lock in. They've missed a couple calls, and they've called a couple that they shouldn't have. But when you're standing up here at 20,000 feet, you can see the game a lot better than when you're on the ice. All right, 34 seconds left on the Alex Dienlich penalty. We got Ryan Kernicki, Peter White, Andrew Swanson, and Mikey Boy Wazoo on the ice. Cranker is probably going to try to go for a backhand win here. Northwestern trying to figure out who they should have on the ice. They're pretty smart. They should be able to count to 5. Crank is going to go with a tie-up loss there, but unfortunately Wazoo is going to get it. Cranker trying to force a turnover. You know he likes the hook. Couple hooks there. No call there because it's not a real hook. Northwestern motoring up the ice. They stay on side. Swanee with a nice hit, able to bump him off the puck. Good recovery there by Chicago, trying to keep Northwestern out of the middle of the ice, their prime scoring area. Shot goes wide. Back to the point, 17 in purple, over to 20. Cross ice to 22. We're even strength now. Chicago trying to recover from those couple soft calls. As we lose the puck on the short side, and it goes cross seam right to Pashby for his second goal of the game. He's been picking corner. He's been picking corner on us for a while.
No? You can't do it?
Score is now 3-1 Northwestern. Halfway through the game, as the crowd falls silent. The with Loyola Chicago fans looking for some enthusiasm, some hit or some big play to get us back in the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a lack of defensive coverage as Falbo wins the draw. Coming off the penalty kill, it's a little rough getting to adjust that quickly back into the 5-on-5 defensive, but unfortunately, just a lack of defensive coverage in the slot or in the circle there, and the Northwestern player gets a nice shot off past Jack Smith.
All right, here we go. Sexy Pete wheeling up the ice. We'll see what he can do. He's a fan favorite player. As he drops the foul back to Pete. Oh, that's what we need, Chicago. That's what we need. Some action. Puck trying to get out of the zone. Northwestern turns it over. Dummy's going to pick it up. He's trying to go for a hit. Make a bad stick check there, but Falbo's got one on the backside. Trying to tie up a player. Falbo going hard into the corner. Yeah, he sticks with him. Falbo's he's sticky. He can stick with them. The boys trying to get the puck out of the corner. Dummy trying to chase him down. Someone's got to chase him down. Northwestern's going to throw it on net from a bad angle. Gino picks at the puck. Puck's going to squirt to the slot. We'll see if we can get something there. Shot blocked by Gino Delmonico. Good block by the rookie. So the boys are going to be able to get the puck out of the zone. Might want to get a change. We'll see. I don't know if they can have the ice. Northwestern throws it back to Dummy, up to Gino, back to Pete. Pete's going to chip it in. This Chicago defense needs to get a change right now. Zach Southern on the chase in the right corner. Northwestern clears the puck just barely as Swanee's unable to get it. See the second line out there for Chicago. Southern, Peter White, and Noah Nagel. I really like this line. Peter White with a nice hit. Over to Southern. Southern's going to take a guy down. As the puck squirts down over to Swanee. He's not got a lot of options. He throws it over to Sean Carey. Supported by Zach Southern. Zach Southern over to Peter White. A little chip and chase. Northwestern throws it cross seam. As Zach Southern finally draws a penalty. Mostly he takes penalties, but it's nice to see one go our way for once. Wouldn't you say, Reed?
Yeah, absolutely. Number 28 gets right under the feet of Zachary Southern and trips him up. So once again, that Loyola power play comes out, and they looked pretty solid last time around. So hopefully they continue that momentum and carry one in the net to make it 3-2.
Yeah, the boys have been working hard on the power play in practice. They spend Coach K spends a lot of time on the power play, and I'd like to see some fruits of that labor. Sam Falbo with a face-up tap as the boys aren't able to keep possession. Peter White on the chase down in the corner. He's got speed though. He's going to wheel around the net. A little reverse over to Swanee. Swanee eyes up. He's got a couple options. Drops it over to Crank. Crank chips it ahead. Risky play, but Wise is able to scoop it up. Pivots, throws the puck to the middle. Puck squirts loose back to Crank. He's going to control it. Trying to find Swanee. Back over to him. Down low to Peter White. Makes a bad pass up the middle, and we're going to see a 2-on-0 for NIU here. Northern, whatever. They shoot right in the chest of Jack Smith. Great save by Smitty. I was a little flustered there. Smitty takes so many breakaways and 2-on-0s, you kind of forget who they're even playing sometimes. Fortunately, Northwestern isn't able to score it. Cranker's back with the puck, makes a Gretzky curl, backhand sauce over to Swanee. Swanee bumps it down to Mike. Mike back over to Crank. He can't handle it, but he's able to keep it into the zone. Throws it down low. Back on the doorstep. Oh, great action there as the puck is bouncing around in front of the net. The boys unable to bury. Good recovery by Swanee. He's able to take a hit to make a play, and we'll see a little more action. Peter White takes a cross check, but he's able to get the puck deep. Boys playing with a little chip on their shoulder with 5 minutes remaining in the period. Northwestern ices the puck. They're on the penalty, so it's not. They're on the penalty kill, so it's not going to be a whistle. This is the Alex Fiedelick with the puck, trying to wheel and deal. He's going to get stripped. Noah Nagel recovers the puck. He's going to tank a hit. Puck goes loose, a little saucer. To nobody as Jack Smith comes out, tries to play the puck. Dummy trying to get something going in the corner.
That's not good.
Northwestern comes out of the corner with the puck, and they're going to throw it into the catching mitt of Jack Smith. And that's a confidence builder for Smitty. Why is that a confidence builder for Smitty?
Well, it's definitely a confidence booster just to get some shots on net, make some saves, pump himself up a little bit, making up for some of the softer goals that he let in. But it's part of goalie. But going back to the power play, definitely a lot more chances again for Loyola, and they gotta capitalize on it. Really, they're getting a lot of chances in front, a couple swipes at it, a couple whacks, and it's just not going their way right now. So, but they're definitely picking up some momentum right now.
The boys could have definitely benefited from a goal there. As you see Northwestern with a soft 2-on-1 there, they're going to shoot it. Good save by Smitty. 4 1/4 left. Shots are 22 Northwestern, 15 for Loyola Chicago. As if we were an NHL team, this would be a good time for a TV timeout for Chicago to get their legs back, throw out the first line, and try to get a goal here. Make this a 1-goal game going into the third period.
My arm down right here and it felt like it was about to pop out. That's why I'm not playing. If it was
Sam Falbo on the draw in the defensive zone. He's going to win it over to Pete. Pete with his head up, cuts to the middle. Little backhand chip over to Wazzy. Wazzy's going to try to drive. He gets taken down. Back to Swanee, and Swanee gets tied up. Pete, good puck support there. Over to Falbo. Falbo dumps it in. There's a whistle for the net's off, right, Reed? Yeah.
Yep, net's off, but it looks like Loyola's running another top forward line with Falbo, Armadas, and Wazalu. So we're looking to get some offensive power before the period comes to an end.
Yeah, and this is one of the first games where we're seeing Tassos roll everybody out on the ice. I don't think there's a single player I haven't seen get a couple shifts. That's how you got to do it. You keep the guys deep. Falbo with another win. Puck gets blocked. Wazzy scoops it up. Goes D to D. Back to Swanee. He's going to shoot it low. Oh, well, that was a backdoor tip in from a mile away. We unfortunately couldn't sink it. Puck's going to go to Pete. Up to Falbo. Falbo looking for a second of the game. Grinding the corners over with Pete. It's out in the middle.
Here we go.
Wazzy forces Northwestern to make a bad pass. See what we can do here. Up to Pete. Pete dumps it. Not all the way in. D-to-D action for Northwestern. Trying to go weak side. Nobody's there. We pick it up. Back to Northwestern. Got to slow it down. 3 minutes left in the period. Northwestern's a little tired. Their star players are tired. Got to control the puck. Get some quality shots, man. 10:20 at night. Thank you guys all for tuning in on our senior night for Loyola Chicago. We're going to see Peter White on this face-off. Number 12 wearing an alternate captain.
I don't think it was that bad. I think it was kind of close.
Puck gets dumped in. Smitty drops it to Dummy. He's going to lose it. Puck squirts out to the point. Shot from range gets blocked off Northwestern defenseman. He's going to try to make something happen. He's pretty shifty. Peter White, puck supports him in the corner. Both D in the corner, knowing Nagel's going to be right in front of the net. He's a physical presence out there. Trying to lay some hits. I like it. Set a momentum for the third period. Northwestern, a little D-D action as they throw it wide on the net. Puck careens around the boards as they're going to cut to the middle, trying to get around Zach Savage. They'll just dump it back in. Northwestern is cycling around the boys as Zach Savin's going to shot block. He's on his horse, trying to get a... Oh, he was moving big. The big man can't move. As he lays a hit, almost putting number 7 on Northwestern into our bench. Unfortunately, the puck is below our goal line right now.
It was after they were on a move-down suspension.
Northwestern is wheeling us right now. A little poke check by Smitty. That probably saved the goal. 2 good poke checks by Smitty. As he's able to save a goal once, maybe twice. Defensive breakdown by Chicago as we were at the end of a long shift there. 2 minutes left to go in this period. Chicago still being outshot. Shots are pretty even this period. As Northwestern hits the post, Chicago's got their third line out on the ice. Ryan Kranicki, Logan Mansfield, Jack Lewis. The boys trying to get something going. They chip it over to Lewis. Tries to make a play out. He's going to chip it out. Over to Crank. Crank's trying to wheel. He's got his head up. I'd like to see him get a shot. And he throws it into the catching mitt while getting taken down. Fans are cheering for him on that one. We got the Ryan Kranicki fan club here for sure. All of his friends and family. And I like to see a player go to the net and take a hit like that. Causing a little ruckus.
Just like I said at the end of the first, it's starting to get really chippy between these two teams. Obviously, rivals not too far from each other, about 10 minutes, I would say. So definitely watching to get see if it gets a little bit chippier here, and hopefully Loyola keeps their composure, like I said at the end of the first, and stays out of the penalty box and capitalizes on their opportunities.
Yeah, as we see Tassos sub out Jack Lewis for Wazzy. Cranker tries to win the faceoff. He's going to over to Swanee. Swanee trying to get something going. A little edge work there. Throws it low. Chicago looking like a spark this last minute. Mansfield's going to play the puck. Puck's in front of the net. Jam play. Oh, great save by the Northwestern goalies. He's able to rob Mansfield on the back door with a left pad save. Could be an odd-man rush here.
Very much.
3-on-2, trying to chip it back. Jack Smith! Holy Mackinac! Oh no, they got it. They scored. It looked like they made a save from my angle. I'm pretty far away up here in the sticks. 3-on-2, they throw it back door. Northwestern is going to bury it for their 4th of the game, a final period goal. Chicago got caught with 4 forwards below the goal line, and they're not able to recover from that blunder. Bruh.
Yeah, just an unfortunate turnaround for Loyola as they had a lot of chances to bury that puck, make it a 1-goal game, but the defensive lack on the turnaround, it cost them big, and Jack Smith almost got that save, but he just couldn't hold on to it, and now it's 4-1 Northwestern.
Yeah, going back to the last goal, I can't believe that went on. We couldn't even see it. It must have just squeaked through Jack Smith. He doesn't let a lot of those go in.
ADR EQ assist right there for Nate.
30 seconds left in this period. And Chicago trying to do something to get some energy back into this building. We've had our chances. We've had our chances, Reed. We've had our chances.
Yeah, definitely getting chances. Just got to capitalize on them. You got another period. You guys still got 20 seconds in the second, so you may get one last rush down the ice and hopefully bury one here.
Face-off win by Chicago. Back to Gino. They chip it up to Nagel. Up to Peter White. That's a guy who I like when Peter White has the puck. He's going to make a move. He's going to drive. Peter White shoots it low. Nobody's there to collect the change. Goes over to Nagel. Little jam play. All the boys hit Chicago. 3 seconds. Shoot it, Peter. Oh. Peter White in the waning seconds of this period, trying to get something happening. That kid plays with heart. Peter White, shout out to you, bro. You play with some heart, man. I like it. You remind me of Jack Swenson. He would go all out on the forecheck. Jack Smith, not looking too happy with his team letting him skate right into the slot and score.
As we end the second period, definitely if I'm Coach Kirkos, definitely want to figure out some ways to capitalize on those chances that Loyola's getting. They're getting a lot of chances, and they just need to find the net in a couple of them, and it'll be a really close game if that happens. And then also helping out Jack Smith on the back end there. You just cannot have any defensive lapses. You can't afford it anymore with only 20 minutes left in the game. And shots are close. It's 26-20 in favor of Northwestern. So it's a close game on paper, but and a close game to our eyes. It's just that Loyola's just not finishing their chances, and Northwestern's getting some chances bouncing their way. So it'll be interesting to see how the Ramblers come out following the intermission and to finish up this game.
All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning into our stream. Chicago down 4-1. Third period will be with you in about 15 minutes. So get your anger out and be ready to watch an action-packed third period. I'm excited for it. And my boys, my girls up here, they're all excited for it. I know Coach is excited for it. ABR is excited for it. So we'll see you back in about 15. we're back, ladies and gentlemen, for the third period of this hockey game. Loyola, Chicago versus Northwestern University here in Evanston, Illinois. E-Town beat down. Team in purple skating out. They've been hot with a couple goals in the second period. Unfortunately, we got shut out last period. I'd like to see them crash to that. Me and Reed were talking. We said garbage. That's our key to the third period. We played pretty solid defensively. We got to get the greasy goals. This game is won in the weight room. It's won in the heart. It's not a skill match. It's a grind match. So I'd like to see what the boys come out with this period. Boys are coming back out on the ice. Jack Smith skating up to his net. We got the fans returning from the parking lot in the second, third period intermission. I can't imagine what they were doing. Probably just getting some fresh air. It's a little chilly in here. Not too bad, but the boys and girls, they're coming back in to support our hockey club. I couldn't be more grateful for it. I think they just want to see Jack Smith make some good saves. I mean, I know that's why I get up. That's why I get up every day in the morning. It's just to see Jack Smith play well. Face off at center ice here. We're going to see Peter White, Zach Sather, Noah Nagel, Alex Nilick, and Gino Delmonico starting off. Face off win back to Gino. He's going to dump it in deep. Nice dump there. Peter White hard on the forecheck. He's going to lose the puck. Northwestern skates behind the net, passes it up to a wing, cuts to the middle. They got a 2-on-2, trying to get out, and they shoot high and wide. Back to the defenseman, blocked there by Gino, trying to get an on-man rush to Sathern, poking up to Peter White, unable to connect on that pass. Sathern's going to take a high stick as the puck's going to go into our zone. High stick, not a penalty, but it is a face-off violation. As Matt Walsh, one of my favorite Loyola alumni, has entered the building. Vibes might change when he, with his presence. One of the buddies who supports the hockey team all the time. Chicago's going to win it back behind their own net. As Dummy trying to make a play. Gets pushed off the puck. His buddy Nagel forces it to the point. Into the catching mitt of Jack Smith. He looks calm there.
I was talking with Coach Kirkos during the intermission. He definitely believes that his team could do much, much more, and he believes that this game should not be 4-1 in favor of Northwestern, rather 4-1 in favor of Loyola, how many chances they're getting. It's just a couple of lapses in positioning and substitutions on the ice. So hoping to see Loyola maybe bounce back here within the next couple of minutes, get a goal, make this a closer game. A nice save by Smith.
Two great saves by Jack Smith, stretching out after a face-off loss there. The superstar Pete able to make a check up there. He's going to get the puck, trying to make a move.
A good catch.
Pete on the forecheck. Going to force an icing. As the puck gets rimmed all the way down. You know, Reed, if you read If you were on the ice right now playing defense, what would you be thinking?
Well, definitely just to slow down their rush on the odd man rushes on their attack and try to throw the body into one of them, maybe slow them down and get the boys going.
Throw the body. Yeah, you've matured, bro. You've matured. Because if I was you, I'd be thinking, shoot everything. Rip some of those big clap bombs from the point. That's what the fans want to see. I'd like to see Swanee do that. As he's going to make a hit. There you go. Foul ball, good puck support. Not going to stick out of the hand. Not going to stick out of hand. Oh, that's Swanee's stick.
He's just upset.
As we see Pete bumping the puck out. Swanee trying to go. Sean Carey trying to make a hit. Swanee with no stick. He's going to sell it, and he makes a diving play. Great defensive play by Swanee. Mark that. 18 minutes left in the third period. And he makes another one. Oh my gosh, this kid is playing his all out on senior night. Puck goes through the slot as Wazzy picks it up. I know where he learned that from. Henry, right? Henry Bailey, my hero. Sean Carey trying to block a shot. Swanee trying to pick up a stick from Sean.
Yeah, great job by Andrew Swanson. That's what you need out of a captain. If someone's going to put their body on the line, he makes a couple of great blocks to keep the puck out of the net. Now he has the wrong-handed stick as he still hasn't gotten his original stick.
Puck gets shot wide. Chicago's going to get a couple fresh forwards on, still the same D. I think both of them have the wrong-handed stick. Swanee does for sure. Sean Carey, I believe he does. He's good. He's great in front of the net, throwing a couple hits there. Jack Lewis throws a grenade up the middle, but fortunately it gets out. As we see Andrew Swanson pick up his original stick as the boys try to get some sort of a breakout goal. Jack Lewis makes a nice pass up to Mansfield. Mansfield chips it in deep. Puck gets deflected in the corner with 17 minutes left in this final frame. Crane's going to throw it on net. It's going wide. Jack Lewis with a little back pressure. We got a 3-on-2 here. Nice save by the waffle board of Jack Smith. They just walked right into the zone. Wide open defenseman as they shoot it. Good block by the rookie, 14. Today, he's making good blocks today, that's for sure. Mailman up to Lewis, chips it ahead. Chicago rotating a couple new defensemen into the mix. Keeping all the boys fresh. I like to see that from Coach K. He's trying to mix something up in this third period, down a couple goals. Crank's going to lose the puck in the corner, but it careens over to Mailman. He's going to take a hit, but not able to pick up the puck. 2-on-1 for Northern as they make a pass. A great save by Smitty. Smitty, I like how he was very deep in the net there, able to control the puck. Puck tipped wide by Mailman there. Chicago trying to break the puck out. Ryan Kernicki pokes it away. Northwestern's still with possession. Chicago playing pretty they're playing pretty passive in this third period. They shoot it high. That one could have gone in. Jack Smith never saw that one for sure. Northwestern working it around, trying to steal it. Great steal by Crank, but then he just throws it away right away. He should have had a second head on a solo trying to make the pass. The boys got to take another half second, make a good pass out of the zone if they want to try to win this hockey game here.
I really need a big hit or something to happen here. This Loyola bench is really dead. Hopefully, get a big hit here going or get a nice play for a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2 or a nice shot on net as Northwestern scores. And it's their captain as he celebrates and heads to the handshake line on the bench.
Yeah, well passed. I believe that was a natural hat trick by the captain, number 20. As we remember last year and earlier this year. Yeah. Buddy has been ripping us up for a year and a half now. So Pashby, if you're watching this, you can clip that one, bro. Just walk our whole team. We got to play a little better team defense.
Yeah, just a lack of awareness for the guys going on the back end. Number 20 on Northwestern, he has a nice shot that gets past Jack Smith, and it's just unfortunate.
Northwestern bounces right back from that goal, putting Peter White down on the ice. Hit to the head. Peter White takes a lot of hits to the head because he goes in hard to the corner, but he's still down. As we can see the fans not too happy about that one. Completely illegal head contact. Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like White was going for the puck there with that Northwestern player and took a nice hit from him, so he's down for a bit. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Peter White to get back up from the trainer, Northwestern has 6 shots in the period so far, and Loyola has 0, so hopefully the offense for Loyola starts to pick up here.
Yeah, I don't know what the officials are doing right now. It's a clear head contact penalty. Should be at least a 2-minute head contact, 10-minute misconduct. Peter White's still not getting up. The trainer is attending to him. Robert Crown is dead silent, just hoping that Peter White's okay. Fortunately, we see Peter White get up with the help of teammate Noah Nagel. Tell him to keep the line clear.
I didn't see who got that. I think it was 53. Actually, 53.
We see captains convening. We'll let you guys know if you know anything, but based on the reaction by Chicago's bench, they're not happy with the call. And obviously, who would be?
Someone's got to go line up.
We're all here. You guys got to remember, why are we here, right? These are 2 good schools. We all pay a lot of money to go to these schools. We're playing club hockey. We're here for an education. No one wants to get hit in the head. Nobody wants that. What a soft call. That's honestly, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Hopefully Chicago can get a spark, but like, come on, refs, what are you doing, bro? Chicago, they got a target on that kid's back, whoever hit him. Puck's in the corner, Wazzy and Falvo both on it. Falvo's chasing after the puck. He's gonna get pinned up. Wazzy trying to punch it over to Peter Amos. Puck squirts out as Gino's gonna pick it up. Backhand off the boards. He's got another 2-on-1 for Chicago. As Gino's able to make a great defensive play with dummy on the support, able to chip it out. I just cannot believe that there was no call on that. Ozzy with a good hit behind the play. Chicago trying to get something going as they let another player walk right into the middle. 2 shots, 1 on net. Pete shoots it up. Falvo with a nice hit there. Clean hit. That's a captain right there. Way to go, Falvo. That's a message. I like that play from Falvo. He's a man of the people right there.
Yeah, 2 great hits on that play. One from Wazirlu behind the play down by Northwestern's net, and Falvo putting a guy right along the boards near the Loyola bench. So physicality is definitely picking up after Peter White took that hit.
That's how you finish a hit right there. Fans are getting rowdy up here for good reason. Face-off lost by Chicago. Jack Lewis with a cross-check to the head. Got to keep your hands down on the hits. Not like the refs would call it anyway. Chicago trying to get the puck in deep, trying to get something going. Northwestern chips it out to center ice. They're going to have a 3-on-2. Puck goes over to Carey. He chips it over to Mansfield. Mansfield looking for an option. Sauce up to Crank. Crank with a 1-on-1. Soft as butter.
Krenicki's going to go.
Krenicki's going to get probably thrown out of the game here. Yeah. Krenicki slashed the stick out of his hands. He was going for the puck, but he takes the slashes. This game's getting chippy. Just as my partner Reed predicted. Everybody knew this was, anybody who knows hockey knew this was going to happen. You miss a head contact call like that on one of our best players, one of the cleanest players in the league. And then, of course there's going to be a scrum.
Yeah, they're definitely get Kernicki on the original slashing call. He slashed the stick out of the kid's hand. It'll be interesting to see what else they get on this play in terms of the altercation at the end. And it looks like number 7 for Northwestern's going to the box, and Jack Lewis, number 55 for Loyola, and number 23 for Northwestern. So it looks like they're going to get just an offsetting pit. Oh, never mind. Sean Carey's in the box as well. Oh, never mind. All 3 guys. There's 3-on-3 in the box.
Yeah, we can see everyone's yelling at each other.
And Coach Castos is not happy with his guys in the box, telling them to stop talking.
Yeah, if I was Tassos right now, I would say, boys, like, let your actions show on the ice. We'll see what the final call is. Probably going to be 2 minutes. I mean, this is what happens with soft officiating, Reed, in this league. I mean, you played in here. You played in here for a while for multiple teams, multiple divisions. You know, you have so much experience. If you let the game get out of hand like this, there's going to be dirty play late in this period, especially because this is not a 1-goal game. This is a 4-goal game. We have not even had one shot on goal this period, right?
Well,
I mean, everyone knows Pashby 20 is a dirty player. So,
well, not to mention that these teams do play tomorrow as well, so it's only, you know, a preview of what we might get for tomorrow's game. But still got 13 minutes left to go in this game, and it's only 5-1 Northwestern. Yeah, like as Aaron said, I mean, Loyola hasn't gotten a shot on goal in this period, so you know, Northwestern's goalies, you can take a nice vacation, you know, go to Malibu, or you can go to you know, Cuba or something and have a nice little vacation. And so definitely hoping Loyola turns up that offense and gets that momentum going again.
fans on both sides not too happy with any of the calls. Chicago's going to win that faceoff. Wazzy with the puck, throwing it over to Swanee. Swanee banks it off the boards, up the fence, chips it up, trying to get it to Mansfield, unable to. Swanee, good puck support there over Wazzy. Wazzy trying to make a move.
That's what I hate about
Nagel with some help there. Little toe drag. Good defense there by Chicago. So we're trying to keep number 9
Another
out
one.
of the zone.
Well, I think
Chicago's going to be on the penalty kill again. Let's see what the call is. Northwestern's going to have a penalty. Northwestern's going to have a power play. As Chicago now has going to have 4 guys in the box. Soft call there on Andrew Swanson. Like, Swanee barely touched him, and he goes to the box. When the other kid on Northwestern drilled Peter White in the head. Like, what are you doing? What is wrong with the ACHA officiating in this league? I cannot really say my true opinion because I don't want to lose my job. But I think it's not good. Sam Favell on the chase, along with Logan Mansfield, the boys. Almost halfway through this period, short-handed. Jack Smith with another save. With Gino clearing it into the corner. The boys trying to keep Northwestern out of the middle of the ice, where they've scored all 5 of their goals, or 4 out of 5 of their goals, pardon me. Back to the middle, little one-timer, whiff. Boys don't get it back. Puck goes to Alex Dumoulin as he's going to throw it all the way down. Does the refs call icing?
Northwestern's going to get 21.
Oh, that was a penalty? Good call. Good call by my partner, Reed Johnson.
Yep.
I was like, what are the refs doing? They just call it icing, but no.
Yep, Northwestern makes a boneheaded move, and they now lose their power play. They could have made this a 5-goal game and virtually put this out of reach of Loyola, but now Loyola's going to get a chance to go back to even strength, and then they'll get a power play for about 45 seconds. So we'll have to see how Loyola reacts to this penalty, as it's Nagel and Saturn up forward, and then number 14 and Wazulu back on defense. Still no shots in the period for Loyola.
Face-off win by Chicago. It's going over to Wazzy. He's going to throw a D to D. Smart play back to Nagel. Nagel got out. He's going to throw it on net. Gets tipped wide. Wazzy with a little pinch. Chicago. It's always the team that's losing that has an advantage in the 4-on-4. Puck squirts loose to Wazzy. He's going to throw it low into the... Ooh, good save there by Northwestern's goalies. He gets a piece of that with the glove. Good pinch by Chicago as they close the hand on that. 1-on-2. Wazzy's all back. He's got some good pursuit speed. Trying to get the puck up to Sather. He's going to hustle. He's going to win the race. The big man has some wheels. He's unable. He wins the race, but unable to get the puck. Only took a couple strides to get up the ice for him.
Definitely wish we would have seen Sather and stop and go after that puck. He kind of just did a big loop around the net. So, especially when you're younger, they teach you to always stop on the puck. It's a lot quicker than making a big circle.
Yeah, but Sather, I agree with that. But like Sather's a clean player. He could have totally railed the goalie, but like. Our culture tells you not to hit the goalie and not hit guys in the head. So Sather knows that, and unfortunately we didn't get the puck back there. Chicago coming out of the box with Captain Andrew Swanson on the ice. We have Gino with a nice solid block in the middle of the ice. Mansfield loses it. Nagel trying to go to the hit. Wazzy throws it over to Gino. Gino throws a weak side to Falbo. That's what you want, as he's unable to catch the pass. Trying to bank it over. No, not good puck support there. The Northwestern throwing it all the way down. Gino's going to collect it. 15 seconds left in the power play. He throws it over to his partner. Throws it up the middle to Falbo. Over to Mansfield. Falbo on a pursuit. Falbo, good hit there. Totally clean hit by him. Northwestern throws it out. We're back to even strike with 9 minutes and 48 seconds left in this period. Chicago down 5-1. Puck's behind NW's net as they throw it over to Dummy. He catches the pass. Little game of tennis here. Gino throws it over to Dummy behind the net, banks it up to Swanee. Swanee throws it through the middle of the foul, but he's going to lose it for a shot on net. Good save by Smitty, as he's able to make a couple saves. As we can see, this game getting pretty heated. Hands are being thrown, ladies and gentlemen. I like seeing the boys protect Jack Smith, though.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what. That's what I prided myself on when I played. Definitely getting the guys out of the front of the net. That's our goalie, and you can't mess with him. So another lapse by Loyola on defense. Unfortunately, it's happened a lot this game, and it's cost them a couple of times. So if they can't clean it up tonight, then tomorrow that's definitely something they need to focus on going into the game.
We'll see what the call is. Number 12 going to the box for Northwestern, along with Alex Dumoulin. Probably 2 minutes each for roughing. As I would imagine, this is not going to be the last of chippy play that we see from either of these teams. Fans on both sides are not happy with that call. Mostly Loyola. Yeah, number 12 getting tossed of the game. Dirty player.
He's not looking at me.
As we see somewhat of a makeup call on number 12 getting tossed out of the game. Which I just cannot understand why the refs throw someone out of the game for mere slashing the goalie, but like a clean hit to the head, they do nothing about it. I just don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense.
Did you see that last little hit?
All right, well, we'll see what happens here. 9:16 left in the third period.
They're gonna give Loyola, it's gonna be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Alex Dumoulin coming out of the box. It's gonna be a 3-minute power play for Loyola, so definitely a good chance for them to put some pucks in the back of the net because this penalty will not expire. Even if Loyola scores, the penalty will not expire. So definitely a great chance for Kirkos and Loyola to put some pucks in the back of the net, make this a closer game.
Face-off won by Chicago. As Swanee's going to bank it up to Mansfield. He dumps it in deep. I would have liked to see him carry it in there.
I would
on the forecheck.
have liked to see him pass it to Falbo through the middle there. He was streaking wide open.
That was Wisconsin. He's going to win a stick battle, trying to get it over to Swanee. Gets in the way of the puck. Unable to secure it, though. Dumping. Wazzy's going to lose a stick.
He's going to hold on.
Yeah, that's a good penalty. You know what? That's a good penalty to take. Wazzy gets his stick slashed out of his hands and goes for a football tackle there on the Northwestern. That'd be a red card if we were playing soccer.
Yeah, they're gonna get him for
He's gonna get for a hold.
yeah, they're gonna get him for a holding on this one. I mean, prevent a goal here. So really a smart penalty by Wazaloo, but it is gonna put Loyola down on the PK. It's gonna be 4-on-3. So. With Kirkos here, you got to kind of make a decision here. You have 8:48 left. How are you going to defend this 4-on-3 and then get back and try to put some pucks on net when you have about 2:32 left?
We have still not heard back from Peter White. We'll let you know if we find anything out, but I just hope he's okay. I just hope he's able to come back for next game and continue his education here at Loyola Chicago without any injuries. Northwestern does have a history of giving Chicago players concussions, so we'll see what happens there. 4-on-3 action. Mansfield trying to take away the lane. He's going to get burned to the middle for a low shot, and they're going to put it in the back of the net. Jack Smith not too happy with that one.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can do. I mean, yeah. Andrew Swanson, he really wasn't moving his feet there. I mean, he could have made a move to try to block a shot, but when you're down, it's a 4-on-3, and now it's 6-1. Now at this point, you're just trying to get as many as you can, make this a reasonable game.
Yeah, play for pride at this point.
And none of it's to fall on Jack Smith either. The shots are still Northwestern 9, Loyola 1 in this period, so you can't really fault Jack Smith for this. So, just got to pick it up and try your best to set the tone for tomorrow's game as well.
Yeah, focus on tomorrow. As you see LJ going on the ice for his first shift of the game. Big number 22 there. Chicago trying to rotate the puck around. When it was 2-1 back at when it was 1-1 at the start of the second period, man, we had to come out with that second period with more intensity. This game is 3 periods, it's not just one. Jack Smith playing the puck nicely there. So the puck's going to bank over the point, up to the sidewall. As Northwestern loses the puck, Mansfield picks it up. He's going to have to go through everyone. Little Gretzky curls, he's going to dump it in. Chicago gets some fresh legs out. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left in this period. Still no update on Peter White. Northwestern trying to make something happen, but Swanee's going to pick up the puck. Looking for options. He finds Nagel. Nagel's going to take ice. Throw it from range. Shot gets blocked. Chicago's going to be on power play in about 10 seconds. As we're looking to get back his possession. His dummy gets worked to the middle. Gino saves him there. Great stick checking by Gino. I'm looking forward to seeing what this freshman can do farther down the line, as he's a great stick checker and a great skater. Able to save that play there. Gino throws it over to Dummy. Dummy back to Gino. Gino hopefully takes some ice here. Works it up the right side, trying to make a move to the middle. Puck gets banked over to Nagel. Nagel curls. Throws it weak to Crank. Crank. Options. Throws it to the corner. Nobody was there. Wazzy's gonna get a stick on it. Steal the puck back. With Nagel trying to make something happen. As Wazzy makes a clean hit, or pardon me, Ryan Kernicki makes a clean hit there, and he's gonna get called. The refs have not signaled to the fans one single time what the penalty has been. I would imagine. Oh, that was a rough. Never mind, they signaled that one. That was a rough.
Yeah, not a great penalty by Kernicki there. You take your team off the power play, and I mean, now it's at this point you're just trying to kind of make an identity for yourself for tomorrow, you know, and try to save as many guys as you can, you know, prevent them from getting kicked out or getting hurt. So you're probably going to see Kirkos rolling a lot of guys who haven't gotten a lot of ice time this year, or in this game for that matter. So we'll have to see what he does here at the last 6 minutes of the even 4-on-4.
Chicago's going to chip the puck out. Foul ball in the chase. Northwestern chips the rink wide. Good save there by Smitty. Fable's going to scoop the puck up. He's goes for a little chip and chase.
I mean, this I know.
Wazzy throws it over to his defensive partner.
You might as well put him out so that he got better.
Back to Wazzy. Wazzy's got a ton of space.
That's the part that I mean about.
Wazzy drops it to Fable. Fable throws it, trying to throw it deep to Wazzy. Puck's picked off by Chicago there. Could have an odd man rush, but we dump it in. See if Wazzy can steal the puck. Back in this 4-on-4. We got a minute of 4-on-4 left. Smitty behind the net. He's going to backhand it. Gino trying to cut off some space. So you see Logan Mansfield back on the ice. Despite the result of this game, I'm liking Logan. I'm liking Logan's effort. This is his fifth game for Chicago. That was offsides. Good hit there by Gino. Gotta let him know you're there. At least throw a body on him in these final couple minutes. Gino picking the puck back in the corner. Chicago unable to chip the puck out. Northwestern's going to wheel back in the zone, and Chicago gives up another shot from right in the middle of the ice. Offsides here with 4 minutes 11 seconds left in the period, or left in the game rather.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the Ramblers look a little defeated right now on their bench. It's been deflated since I think the end of the second period. So, like I said before, you just got to kind of create an identity for what kind of team you want to be for the last 4 minutes, and then go forward just tomorrow with a new kind of hope and a new kind of drive to hopefully pick up 2 points this weekend.
No doubt. As the rest is another offsides call. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here. See Mansfield picking up the puck. Could be an on-man rush. Just trying to dump the puck in. Swanee with some support. What are we calling? Offsides. I don't know what the refs call. Offsides. Probably offsides.
They called it so late.
Yeah, the bands, as we like to call him, the main referee, he signaled the offsides first. Yeah. The linesman wasn't fully at the blue line, so.
Oh, it's a good call, partner. Yeah. It's a good call.
It's going to be outside the Northwestern zone to the left of the goaltender.
Face-off move by Chicago. Swanee's going to throw it back. To Northwestern.
Not to mention a new goaltender for Northwestern. They did pull number 31. Shout out to him. He had a great night. He was making a lot of good saves. Kept his team, in the game. And let's see if Loyola can put some heat on this backup goaltender and maybe, like I said, make a statement for tomorrow.
Maybe try to get one just to let them know you're there. Good call on that one, Reed. Just a little bit of sustained pressure for Chicago. Noah Nagel's going to pick up the loose puck, throw it over to Swanee. He's going to look for his options. Throws it over weak side, over to Mansfield. A little bit of body contact there as we see Sean Carey picking up the puck. Good to see him on the ice. He always plays with some ball.
I mean, everybody's like lazy with the puck.
Chicago trying to regroup. And Sean Carey's going to pick up the puck.
Sean, don't blow it. 53.
3-on-2 there. Jack Smith makes a good blocker save. That shot was labeled off the rush, but Jack Smitty made a good save. He's had a lot of shots this game. It's just not a lot of support from his defenseman.
Yeah, as mentioned before, again, this game is not on Jack Smith. It's just a rough night defensively for the Ramblers. So you cannot blame Jack Smith one bit. He's played outstanding and has kept Loyola in. It's unfortunate they haven't gotten a lot of chances here in the third period.
Yeah, they have double the shots we do, basically. You also have to consider the quality of the shots, too. How many shots have we had right in front of the net? We had a couple chances there in the second, but besides the first period and those couple chances in the second, we haven't had too much to go with. But Jack Smith, another
Nice
sliding save, and he makes two! Jack Smith. He plays a full 60 minutes. Maybe he should be running the show here.
Absolutely. Great saves by Jack Smith. Yeah, speaking of shots, by the way, Loyola has only had 2 shots this period, and you're not going to win a hockey game, especially if you're down 3 going into the third. Having 2 shots on goal is not going to help you out. Northwestern has almost doubled the total they had from the second period, so you can definitely just tell that Northwestern took this third period and they ran with it. So, yeah, the last minute 46, we'll see how Loyola plays.
Good defensive play there by Wazzy. A little support from Gino and Falbo, with both teams just trying to get out of here. And if you guys have any suggestions of what we can do for tomorrow, or want to be part of the club or anything in our community, big role or small role, like us on Instagram, YouTube. Just let us know you're there. We're trying to build a fan club, bring everything up. And my partner Reed built this club from basically nothing 3 years ago. And even though we're going to fall at least 6-1 in this game, the community and the education that Loyola hockey has is unmatched. Everyone's always together, and it's such a good time to hang out, going on the road trips and whatnot. I'm happy to be part of it.
Yeah, definitely being a member of this team for 2 years, being one of the founding members of the team. Shout out Henry Bailey and Yehuda David and Alex Stopka. It's a great team. It's a great brotherhood with the guys, and the results aren't always there, but it's a growing team. It's only the third year in existence. So, with new head coach Tassos Kirkos, you just have to kind of think, what is the limit for this team? The sky is the limit. So it'll be interesting to see how Loyola kind of builds over the next couple of years as a program.
I feel like we have new players coming on every day, like new players, new interns, new staff, new commentators, new technology. We got Ezra back. Tassos has high hopes for our team. As Jack Smith is going to make another save. Clock expires. Fortunately, Loyola falls 6-1 on senior and outshot 42-22.
Yeah, we're just getting word from one of our teammates, Ezra Gonzalez, that unfortunately Peter White, he took that really bad hit in the beginning of the third period. We have been told that he's apparently suffering a mild concussion, and we are not sure if he's going to be able to return, but obviously we wish Peter White well, and hopefully he can make a good recovery so that by the time he's good to go, that he's good with the boys. So, and unfortunately, Northwestern does take this one 6-1 over Loyola. Just to recap, it's tough sometimes. Those games are tough, and you can't necessarily blame it on one person. It's a team game, and again, a great game by Jack Smith. Made a lot of saves. But again, when you get out shot like that in the third period, your team's not going to win the hockey game. So definitely, if I'm Coach Kirkos, just kind of taking what you learned from tonight and then move forward, with a new meaning and just hope for the best.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Thank you for joining us on the stream for senior night. Shout out to all of our seniors: Andrew Swanson, Sam Falbo, Peter Matas, Sean Carey, Michael Waslow, Max Aleman, Noah Nagel, and Alex Dumoulin. Along with cameraman Luke Broilette, aka the Broiler. Myself, Aaron Goldstein. Who else do we have up in the booth? We got my partner Sam Beatty, and of course, alumni and founding member Reed Johnson on the color commentary, making his debut. Unfortunately, the boys couldn't put a better show on for you, Reed, but
No,
I appreciate you coming on with us.
It's okay. Thank you for having me on here, and I look forward to tomorrow's game.
All right, guys. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. You can check the game times on our Instagram and the YouTube channel right below in the description. Have a good night, everybody.